money. Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building. Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man, y'all get it. My QB got swag, my wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, what I doing? King Dingbat here, and let me first start off by saying Happy Memorial Day to each and every one of you guys out there. JoeyShakes, what is happening, my man? How are you doing tonight?
Not much, man. How you doing? I'm doing really good. We're gonna get to the quiet months of the NFL off season, so we're getting there.
It's coming. I thought it was already here, and I was looking at like 71 people here. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry, we were talking Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I got a little lost track of time, so I apologize for being late. We can talk about that too if you guys want later. What is going on, everybody? Chase Bathgate is here. Scaldy, Ant P, Bradley, K, Scaldy, West, Marcus, man, a lot of people in here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us on this Rock the Artist, my man. What's up? Lil Rambo, the Cowboy fan. What's up, Bradley? What is going on, Michael? Everybody's here. What is happening, Nathan? What is going on? Thank you guys for being here. And, like you said, man, I think, we're going to get to the quiet times. Now, we got OTAs coming up this week, right? Mm-hmm. And we also have June 1st cut, right? June 1st cuts. Now, we know some of the guys that are going to be cut, but you never know who else could pop free, man. And I would love, I would love to pick up personally another running back. That's just me though, Joey. I would. Yeah,
I saw you're discussing who you talking about? Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. About? Yeah. Now it was Bleacher Report did a like 3 good trades for the Eagles, and one of them was Rager and Laviska Shenault. Now I don't mind bringing Shenault in, but you're already kind of, I think you're good at receiver. The other one was trying to get Jesse Bates. And then Kareem Hunt was one that they brought up. And I thought the Kareem Hunt one was interesting. Do you know that he averaged 2.8 yards of carry after contact? Like, I think that's the perfect combination for a guy like, somebody we need.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a move that they wait until, after, they see what they have in camp. And, maybe that's something they're going to rush into now. Maybe see what Kenny Brooks could do if they hold 4 running backs right now. So I could, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And Chaos the Filthy, man. Welcome back to Throne Room with Dingbats, man. Shout out to you and welcome back. And I'm glad that you're back because we got a Zoom meeting coming this week. So thank you for being here. Yeah, I mean, listen, I know some people don't like Kareem Hunt because of the off-the-field stuff. And to me, I'm like, my thing isn't even like, I'm not saying directly him. I'm just saying another back that could be, a guy that's hard to bring down, a short yardage back, is something I think the Eagles should definitely explore, man. I think they should. And listen, I would even settle for Jordan Howard at the very least.
I was going to say that too. Yeah.
So, I would love to see it, but I think they could use another back. Now, maybe this kid, was it Brooks from Oklahoma comes in and he wins the job, and that's fine. But I could see the Eagles making a move like that. Like, I think there's depth moves to still be made. I don't know if they're going to have a big splash, though,
Yeah, I think more of depth signings and a splash maybe down the road. We'll see. Maybe down the road.
Yeah. West Case says, give me Jordan Howard back. Yeah, I would be open to that. I would definitely be open to that, I did a video yesterday, and I was talking about it. And I want to kind of get your thoughts on this. I did a video, and I basically said, in my opinion, I think there's 2 guys that should not be on this roster week 1. Jalen Reagor and 2 Andre Dillard. Now, a lot of people, don't agree with me on Andre Dillard, and I totally respect their opinion. I know what they're saying, and they're not wrong. You never can have too much depth. What happens if you lose the left tackle? Let's say Jordan Malai gets hurt. I get it, but my thing is, I can't stand the idea that after next year, my first round pick walks and goes and starts somewhere else and plays good. I would consider moving him.
Yeah, I mean, behind him, you really don't have anybody else. Raven Clark's the only guy, but I think maybe people are not open to trading him because they lost Nate Herbig as well, because they lost a guy who could play both guard spots, and they put a second RFA tender on him. They tried training him during the draft, didn't happen. He went to the Jets, so obviously that would be involved with Cam Jurgens, probably going to be competing for that right guard spot as of right now. So. I mean, look, if you're going to trade him, you better get something good for him. You know, I think that maybe just a wait and see approach, see if anyone gets hurt in the league, and then maybe you could move him. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I keep thinking Cincinnati would be perfect. Perfect. The new gangrene is back. What's Shaking Philly 500? Shaking Philly 500. I like that name. Scrap, what's going on, my man? How are you? Ashford says Daniel Jones is not better than Hurts. Greg Ward is better quarterback than Jones. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that too, because we got all the Giant fans, content creators, panties in a bunch. Pizzle calls himself a 60-minute man, and the dude blew his load in 2 minutes. I put that video out. 2 minutes later, he had a response. 2 minutes later, he had a response. If I was a Giant fan, I would say, yeah, he's right. Jalen Hurts is better than Daniel Jones. I didn't even think that was a controversy. Like, I didn't even think that was a debate.
No, it's. I mean, were Giants fans happy when they drafted him? I mean, look at Jalen Hurts has a year and a half of football under his belt. That's it. Like, he's got a year and a half, and Daniel Jones is going to his fourth year. It makes no sense.
Lighten 100 says 500 never reads my comments, but Joey does on his live streams. Because Joey likes you better. No, I'm just kidding.
Because I got a lot less people joining than.
No, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. This is the first one I've seen, man. This is the first one I've seen. But with that beautiful thumbnail, I'll try not to miss it. I'm just kidding. But no, I love you, man. I honestly, it's the first one I see. Sometimes it just, especially when you're a StreamYard, like people assume like the comments come like in a smooth stream. Slowly, but if you sit back and you watch how they come, sometimes it's in chunks and it's delayed and it's just hard to keep up. Sure. Dillard is jacked though. Pause. Like, have you seen? He looks like he looks like he could play guard. Yeah. Could he? See, to me, this is the problem with Dillard. If I could move Dillard at right tackle, if need be, I wouldn't move him. I wouldn't move him at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
James Thomas, what's going on? But the problem is you can, he can't. The last time he played right tackle, it screwed him up for 2 years.
Yep, that's true.
Literally for 2 years, it screwed him up. I'm so smooth. He says, "Yo, what's good, 500?" And Joey, how's your weekend? Weekend's going good. I was trying to get my license changed, and because I haven't changed it yet. And I can't. I need all these paperwork and stuff, and they want me to take a written test. It's like, what the hell's going on here? It's so annoying. But besides that, everything's been good, man. I was up late last night, watched the first 3 episodes of Stranger Things. It was cool. Reverend says, "Hey guys, long time since I've been made a live. Good to have you, Reverend. It's good to see you. Love how our team is going into training camp and next season. So much means. Oh man, this is one of the most exciting all seasons I think we've ever had.
Agreed.
That list was just embarrassing. Man, Hurts just going to use it to fuel, though. I hope so. See, like I read another one. I found you again. Yeah, you do have more. It's definitely not personal. I don't skip anybody's comments. I never do. It's just hard to keep up. You know what I mean?
True.
Lighton says Jesse Bates to the Eagles. I mean, listen. I think there's a potential to get him because what I was reading on USA Today is. He is not playing under that tag. So I see him as somebody potentially you get before the trade deadline. What are your thoughts on him, man? Do you think there's a chance?
You could get him at the trade deadline. I think you could maybe wait till next year if he's going to sit and don't want to play on the franchise tag. You could probably wait till next year if maybe the Eagles have a little bit more cap space. Some of your cap hits are a lot lower next year on some new contracts, so maybe there is a chance to pick him up depending on the quarterback situation, and everything going forward. Yeah.
Robert says Dillard had some bad luck. He never really got a shot sitting behind Peters and now Mulata. I think he's good, not better than those two. He's not better than those two, but I think he can still start in this league. Like I think when he had to fill in for Mulata, I thought he played pretty good at left tackle, Yeah. Duncan Wright, man, thank you for Super Chat, man. He says 2 weeks ago, Giants was resigned to giving up this year. Yeah, resigned themselves to giving up this year. Now, this week they're talking smack. There's a reason for this. Or is it just dreaming? They're dreaming. Listen, I actually like the Giants coach. I think he's a good coach, and I think he's going to do a good job. But I just think it's going to take him time. You know what I mean? I still think they're the worst whatchamacalls, Bonzology says, skip this comments up, Philly and Joey. We ain't skipping you, man. And Duncan Wright, man, thank you for Super Chat. What are your thoughts on Epps going into the season as potentially his starting safety?
I mean, I'm comfortable with it. I'm just what I'm not comfortable is with. I haven't really been a big fan of Anthony Harris. I'm not really a big fan of what's behind the safety spot. Behind Anthony Harris and Marcus Epps, like Kevon Wallace. You have Reed Blankenship undrafted. I don't know what else you're going to get out of that room. I feel like they still. I mean, here's one thing: they're loaded at corner right now. I mean, they're loaded. Jimmy Moreland is probably one of the. I'd say it's a pretty underrated sign because I think the guy has a lot of starting experience. He's probably the most recognized corner that we have behind the three that we have right now, but especially with the James Bradbury signing. So I feel like they might move some bodies to safety, whether it's Job or maybe Goodrich. Maybe they put him there. I mean, just try some guys out that position, or maybe there's a plan. Maybe they want to move Avonte Max to safety this year, which I've heard from a lot of people. Maybe put in one of these guys at nickel. Maybe Moreland could jump in and play nickel while Avonte play at safety. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Pete says, can the Bengals not afford Bates? I mean, I think they can afford him, but I think that they don't want to pay him. And one of the things the Bengals have been known for is if they don't want to pay a guy, they don't pay a guy.
No.
And that's always been a problem with Cincinnati. And he's saying he's not playing on that tender. So to me, you're at a stalemate. Now, a lot of people say that the Bengals are willing to sit. I think Inside the Birds, they were talking about this, about the Bengals are willing to let him sit for a whole year. I think that it's easy to say that. But I think in today's football, I think things are different. If you're the Eagles and you call up and you offer them a starting left tackle, I think they got to think about it. No, I think they got to think about it.
Yeah. I think they have to consider it depending on what they're getting out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this lighting 3 times, boy. You're getting hit tonight, boy. Jesse isn't happy, and neither was AJ. Players that aren't happy with football in this era get traded. The Eagles sound like the only team real interest. Yeah, it's true. I think in this era, teams don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean?
True.
James says delusional. What are we delusional about? I just want to know what we're delusional about. You know what I'm saying? I was watching. I was yesterday. I was sitting there. It was late last night, and I was going through my feeds, and Duke Fathers comes up, and he's got a video talking about the Jalen Hurts and what's it, Daniel Jones controversy or the topic, because I had made a video and then the Giant fans got all pissed and they ran and made a video and he was chiming in. And you know what the Cowboys' position on this is? It's all about Dak Prescott. Somehow it's all about Dak Prescott. They somehow brought it all back to Dak Prescott. I can't wait to kick Dak
because
Prescott.
Because the Eagles are getting more attention this offseason. Yeah. That's why they're hating it.
I liked the video. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. And shout out to Duke Fathers. He beat me to bed. I had to send him a hat. It was funny. Willie says, "What's up, my man? How are you?" I love to see Jenkins come back Yeah, I don't think Jenkins is coming back. I'm going to say this, and this may be controversial, but I think I'm more scared of Anthony Harris than I am of Marcus Epps. I honestly am.
I agree with it.
I think Epps is on the on the rise, on the ascend. I think Anthony Harris is on the descent. I don't trust him in pass coverage at all. If he has to cover, I don't trust him.
It's just a veteran presence, I think. I think that's
it's
all
a veteran
really
presence, exactly. But you know, you can make an argument that you get Jason Bates and you replace Anthony Harris. You know, even though they're not really, I don't think, two of the same type of safeties. Now, I wanted to ask you this because I heard you say something on your live stream. I was listening the other day. Is Derwin James a free agent next year?
Next year. Yeah,
after this season.
Yes, he will be a free agent next year.
If he hits the market, I'm getting him. I loved him coming out of the draft, dude. I was big on Derwin James. I would, if I know he's going to hit the market. I don't know what the Chargers situation is. I just wait for him. I would rather wait for him. KJ Smith, better known as Nate Gary. What's happening? He says, who are your top 5 most hated Eagle players? He loves that I hate Eagle players. That's hard. Probably number 1 hated Eagles, Jason Babin. I thought he was a bum. 2, probably Nelson Aguilar. 3, Izell Jenkins. They used to call him Izell Toast Jenkins. 4, I don't know. I got to think about it. Maybe. Number 4 has to be Nate. What was that? Nate Late Allen. I used to call him Nate Late Allen. Hated Nate Allen.
No
and
corners.
5. Well, Izell Jenkins would be. 5 would be Derek Barnett. It'd probably be. You know, no, Carson's not. I can't fully hate Carson to the same way people do because he did help us win Super Bowl.
I get it.
You know, Nolan Carroll's pretty bad. I mean, there's some guys. There was a tight end that I don't think I can say he was on the Eagles because he got cut in training camp. But me and him had almost gotten a fisticuffs once when he was with the Washington Redskins. James Ash. I think it was James.
Shoot.
So, but I can't put him on there. I told him to get his 3 and 13 hands off me. He didn't like that too much, but that's a whole other story. Richie MC says, Shake, Star Wars as a horror movie would be interesting. Take some aspects from the movie Event Horizon.
That'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, Regalar is on that list, Chris Marino. I love your thumbnail, by the way. Barnett is cool. I'll tell you what. I don't like Barnett as a person. I have no problem with Nelson Aguilar as a person. I have no problem with Nate Allen as a person. When I say maybe Jason Babin because I thought he quit on the team. I thought he gave half-ass effort. And that really annoyed me. But it's nothing personal. I think they're all great people. You know. Most hated. I forgot Orlando Skint. I can't even consider him an Eagle though.
What a snake, dude! What a snake.
Yeah, he's just to me he was just a Cowboys spy, man. Dylan says the Bengals don't even need a left tackle. They have Jonah Williams and Leo Collins. Well, hey, I guess if they're happy, then there's nothing we can do about it. But that still doesn't mean I don't want to trade Andre Dillard. To me, the point isn't so much Cincinnati. They're just a name I think of because I still think they need offensive line help. It doesn't matter who the team is. I just think you got to get something for them.
Yeah.
You know, there's somebody always wants a left tackle. You know, Felix, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. He says, hey fellas, love watching you guys. You guys are a great duo. Have to go get to bed for 4 a.m. work comes quick. Oh yeah. Enjoy your holiday weekend, Pound the Eagles. Thank you, Felix.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to you, man. And I hope you have a good night's sleep and work. You know what I mean? Thank you. I didn't hate Michael Lewis. Kiko Alonso, I didn't like. Mike Mamula, yeah, I was not happy with Mike Mamula because they could have got Warren Sapp. KJ Smith, thank you for super chat, my man. He says, who are your top 5 favorite Eagle players? I bet Nate Gary is your favorite. Yeah, no. Top 5 favorites are I think relatively easy. They'll be my top 5 greatest of all time. So it'd be Reggie White 1, Randall Cunningham 2, Dawkins 3, probably 4 would be Seth Joyner, and then 5 Jerome Brown. That's probably be my top 5.
Who's a player that played great but had a really bad attitude, like hated his personality but played really well?
I mean, I think bad attitude Jason Babbitt. Do you remember when Jason Babbitt was on the Eagles? He had like really good sack year, and then he half-assed it. He didn't even try, you know. So yeah, you know, a lot of my favorites come from when I was like 14 and 15, like, you know, where you're very impressionable.
Someone said T.O. Did T.O. really have a bad attitude?
I don't think T.O. had a bad. Well, him and McNabb didn't get along,
right?
But I mean, I don't know. I didn't like what happened with T.O. You know, Eric Allen's in my top 10. You know, that whole group is. The most hated is Nami Osawa. I hated that dude. I didn't want to. He might have had a bad attitude because they said he wouldn't even like sit at lunch with the team. He would go in his car and have lunch. You know. I mean, I thought Asante Samuel had a pretty good attitude. You know. Shakes, you ready for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
I'm ready for it.
What the hell? You have to tell me what that is.
It's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie coming out. It's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet pretty much going on a rampage. It went viral like a couple days ago. Gotcha.
Truancy says Trotter, Curse, McNabb, Lito, Dawkins. I like them all. Trey Thomas was really good. You know. Let's see. T.O. just didn't like McNabb because they had a spotlight on him every week. Yeah, I mean, that whole situation is really messed up, you know. There's a lot of guys I didn't like. Joey, are you guys Freddie Mitchell? No, I wasn't a fan of Freddie Mitchell. And I didn't even like the pick at the time. You know. Andre Waters was awesome. You know. I loved Andre Waters. Oh, that defensive line coach. What was his name? Was it Jim Washburn? Was that the defensive line coach with the wide 9 in that era? Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, it's crazy. I would love to do like, I'm not an interview type guy. Like it's not really my thing. But if I interview one guy, it would be Seth Joyner. But the thing is I would only want to talk about the past. That would be a problem for some, but I would just want to talk about that era because that's like, you know, your Star Wars era of the prequels was when that era for the Eagles really is when Buddy Ryan gets hired for me,
right?
You know, but it's going to be interesting. Now, do you think that? Because I said, you know, I kind of give my thoughts. Do you think that there's anything left for this team? Do you think they got anything up their sleeve before camp?
Besides maybe going after Chuck Clark, maybe trying to trade Rager, I think they're, you know, I think after the June 1st date, they could release Rager. Like, I don't believe Howie's going to trade a first-round pick player. I think in general, they could release Rager, and then that dead cap will split within the next couple years. So they could, I think, what would be like maybe $2 million a year dead cap, which is nothing. I
have it right here. I'm going to pull it up. Because I actually did a video on this, but I haven't. I just have to edit it. Where did I put it? So here it is. If the Eagles tried to trade Rager prior to June 1st, the Eagles would have to eat $3.6 million in dead money, with a salary cap savings of a paltry $13,000. Yeah. But if they wait until after June, the dead money decreases to $1.8 million, and they save $1.8 million cap space. So, I mean, this is a team that eats $35 million for a quarterback, which we're going to have to talk about in a second, okay?
Boom.
But I would cut Rager. I don't want him on the team as a 5th wide receiver.
He's not going to cut him. I don't feel like I feel like they have to try to trade him. But
so if they, what are you going to get for him? Like, really, what can you get for him?
I mean, I would like to know even between the Ravens during the draft, like, what went down that draft? Like, what was? I mean, obviously the Ravens contacted the Eagles. Like, did they not want? Did they give up like bad compensation for Rager? There was not enough.
My assumption is they wanted Rager, and then they wanted like a pick, and it was the pick that the Eagles aren't interested in. But we're not going to know what it was.
Right.
That's probably what it was. My guess is the Eagles didn't already given up a bunch of picks. Flame Legends at 500. Eagles are going to sweep the Cowboys this year. I've got them sweeping the Cowboys. I have them, and I had a dream already that we played them Christmas Eve and won 36-13. I had a dream. No, this is true. I dreamt that I was making a thumbnail before the game, and I decided to take a nap. And when I woke up, Chris Moltisanti of The Sopranos comes walking in and says, I did your fucking stream for you, you lazy ass. And I was like, and then he walks in the other room. I go, well, what's the score? What was the score? And then I put it on, and I'm waiting for ESPN or whatever to come back to show me the highlights. And then the highlights come on, and the Eagles win 36-13. So if the Eagles win Christmas Eve and Chris Moltisanti from Sopranos is streaming, my dream came true.
FYI, these dreams that Philly 500 has, they do work out. They are good times.
I dreamt they traded Ertz to the Cardinals. That came true. They're not. They don't always hit. I'm like a little higher than Nostradamus. You know,
it's funny.
It was funny. Rock says we can get the agility ladder out of our wide receiver for Rager. I don't know what you could get for him. That's the whole thing. But I don't think you can keep him on your team as the fifth wide receiver, because then the front office is going to be tempted to play him. You know how Howie doesn't give up on these guys, and then you're taking snaps away from who? Quez Watkins. You're taking snaps away from Pascal. Do you really want to do that?
From what Quez Watkins said at his press conference about he doesn't mind playing in the slot and the inside. I don't know. Maybe he knows he's playing on the inside. Maybe there's some promise with it.
And you bring up something. And you guys could go back to my old stuff. You could find us in 2017 during the season. I dreamt the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and Carson Wentz won MVP, and he outdueled Tom Brady. Now he got hurt. It didn't work out perfectly. It was Foles. But I had to give credit. I had to take credit for that one. I have weird dreams. I have really weird dreams sometimes. I do. So I can tell you some freaky ones, but then I might get banned. Lighting says, sub to 500 Joey Shakes, or you aren't a true Eagles fans. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I see the angry faces, so we know it's Maverick. Hey, Philly, tell Joey it's almost a year since he took my wrench.
I haven't seen you on the streams. I haven't even seen you in there.
You gotta see you, man. Just put a bunch of angry faces. They'll know it's you. Richie MC says Quez needs to work on his route running. That interception versus the Giants was because he stopped on his route. Yeah, listen. Quez is still not a finished product. He still has a long way to go. But you look at what he did based upon the amount of snaps that he played. If you increase his snaps, I think he's only going to be that much better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Charlie Garner. Yeah, I would definitely say Charlie Garner over him at this point. Yeah. I was a big Charlie Garner fan. Marcus says, what's the number trade Eagles ever made? Michelle McCoy, Deshaun Jackson. Who remember that dumb trade? Is he saying what the dumbest trade the Eagles ever made?
Well, Deshaun Jackson wasn't traded. He was
well,
cut.
I mean, how far back of history are we going? You can go to Sonny Jurgensen days where they trade him after his rookie year. It really depends. But one of the dumbest ones I've ever seen has to be the Shady McCoy for Kiko Alonso, straight up.
For an injury-prone, a guy coming off an ACL.
That has to be the dumbest thing.
Oh, Sam Bradford, Nick Foles too. I thought that was as bad or worse.
Oh yeah, that one I did not like. I didn't understand that one at all, but I did. I liked Foles. I thought Foles should continue to play. Right, he's coming off 27 touchdowns, right? Or no, it was the year after he broke his collarbone. But yeah, he had that all fear, but he broke his collarbone versus the Texans, and they traded for Brad. But I understood why he did the Bradford. I didn't like it, but I get it because Bradford was the number one, and there was a lot of coaches that were they just thought that if they got him, they could fix him. But the problem with Bradford is he was a deer in headlights at that point.
What about Jeremy Maclin? He got $2 million more with KC. And this is coming off a 1,000-yard season.
That was a free agency move, though, right? That wasn't a trade.
No, it wasn't a trade. No,
I thought it was. I thought they should have kept Maclin too. I mean, if you keep Foles, Deshaun, Maclin, and McCoy all together,
Oh,
I think you win. I think you could win a Super Bowl. I think you could have. You know, maybe not with Chip Dip Kelly, but when Doug comes in, I think you could have won a Super Bowl.
I agree.
Nathan says, subconscious is a powerful thing, Philly. I might know something you're conscious. You might know something you're conscious. Yeah, it's true. It definitely is. Definitely is. You know, Kiko's only highlight was that one-handed pick versus Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah, that was true.
He stunk.
That's true.
That was horrible. I mean, there's been some bad ones. Ramal says, yo, 500, what's up? Did you watch the new I have not seen new Top Gun yet. But I've heard everybody saying it's really, really good.
Heard it was good.
So, I mean, I watched Top Gun when I was a kid. It wasn't like as crazy as some of my friends were about Top Gun. I liked it, but I hear it's really, really good. No, Reggie White wasn't a trade, but they didn't even offer him a contract. And then the Eagles got 2 first-round picks. They got a first-round pick compensation, and they blew their pick. They totally blew it. I forget the guy's name. I think it might have been a guy named John Harris, I think, who they drafted with the compensation pick. And he became a nothing. Yeah, it was bad. Oh, Bradley Cooper. Oh, yeah, I hate him. That's my most hated Eagle would be. Not Bradley Cooper. Did I say Bradley Cooper? No.
Yeah, Riley Cooper. I like Bradley Cooper. What are you talking about?
I like Bradley Cooper too. I meant Riley Cooper. He's my most hated Eagle. I forgot all about him. Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper playing a redneck, maybe. If Bradley Cooper and Capizzle had a son, it might be Riley Cooper. Hollywood and Iceberg were not. Yeah, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to know anything about it. I hate Riley Cooper. I'd rather have Roddy McLeod over Anthony Harris. What do y'all? Yeah, I thought he was on the descent too. I'd probably go Anthony over McLeod. Because I think McLeod, just with the injuries, I just don't think he was the same,
I think that was the reason why, too. Probably.
Yeah. T. Patrick says 500 is losing. Yeah, I'm definitely losing it. Bradley Cooper. I like Bradley Cooper. What's my favorite Bradley Cooper movie? It's probably... My favorite Bradley Cooper movie is probably the one... Do you ever see the one with the pill?
Silver
Lining Playbook with the Eagle stuff is great, but my favorite movie would be the one where he takes that pill that makes you like really smart. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't think I've seen it. I like the one when he's a sniper. He plays what's his face?
Yeah,
that was a good one too.
No, what the hell's the name of it? There's a movie where he takes this like this
Limitless.
Limitless. That's my favorite Bradley. That movie was so good. I saw that in the theater and I was like not expecting anything. I was like, oh yeah, this. If you haven't seen Limitless, see it. Oh, what? 500 is like the drunk uncle in the cookout today. Dude, I was up till like 4 or 5 in the morning and got up at like 9 and then it's just been a crazy day. I was watching, I was telling Joey, I was watching Stranger Things. I watched the first 3 episodes of Stranger Things. First episode I watched with my kids and I'm like, oh wait, this is too scary. I'm like, you can't watch anymore until I see how the other ones are. So I stayed up watching it. It's friggin' good. I just don't think my kids can watch it. Roy says, hey guys, how much I would love to sweep the Cowgirls. However, this year I would rather sweep the Commanders, F. Wentz, plus Philly. It's been a few months since you took my wrench. I took your wrench. Yeah, the whole wrench thing, it wasn't
personal.
It wasn't worried. It was. I had to reset the whole thing.
Again?
I've reset it 3 times. 3 times. Yeah, because once I see people timed out and stuff, I have no idea who's doing it. The only thing I can do is to just reset it.
Crazy.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper Storyline Playbook. Yeah, that was a great movie. What up, fellas? 12-5 NFC East champs. Yeah, I think 11-13 wins. I think 11-13 wins. We got 371 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here tonight. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you click the link and subscribe to the better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast, Mr. Joey Shakes. Thank you guys for being here. You know, I know we're getting a little off rails, but we are getting to that slow time, you know, of the year. So, you know, we'll be doing some call-ins and stuff like that. We got some things planned, and then we're going to probably take a couple weeks off it, like around the 4th. I'm going to be in Florida. I'm going to Vegas and Florida probably. Well, I might go to Vegas, but I'm going to Florida.
We're going to be going around the same time, I think. Right?
Yeah,
I think
end of June to mid-July, I'm going to be traveling. So that's like, for us, that's the time to do it, because once training camp starts, it gets busy. Boom. You know? Guess who it is? It's the Joe Higashi Legit Leg Kicks. That should be the name of his karate dojo. Hey, Philly 500, what's up? Tubby 500 and Joey Fat. How goes the Pop Toy? I get the Oreos. Just remember this year, the bet. If the Eagles don't make it to the second round of the playoffs, wedgie, they do boost. What? Why? Where's the wedgie thing coming from? I don't understand.
I've been saying that for months.
I know. I will not accept this bet yet. East Kansas says, I hope Jordan Davis don't end up like Corey Simon overweight. Yeah. Me too.
I have a question. Who do you think who's the undrafted free agent you think is going to rise in training camp?
The running back.
Kenny Brooks?
Kenny Brooks. And the reason I say it is because I think running backs, I think it's an easier transition year one for a running back. So I'm going to say running back. What about you?
I'm excited about Kenny Brooks. I mean, I'm kind of looking at that Britton Covey, that crazy special teamer, and a guy that could help out in this offense, maybe be a gadget receiver for like the end arounds, the jet sweeps, the screens, maybe some go routes, some slant passes for the short area stuff. Really good in open space. I'm kind of looking at him right now too. So yeah, that's not bad. Dante says, Dingbat, come to Reno, show some love. Yeah, I'm going to come up to Reno. Reno's not that far from me, actually. I will get up there, actually. I want to get up to there, and I want to get up to Tehachapi. Not Tehachapi, the Tahoe. God, I can't think today. 2020 Vision says, Hurts will win. Hurts will hit 4,000 passing yards easy. He got 3,100 passing last season and missed 2 games. Also, 10 touchdowns. Call back with O-line penalties. Was it really 10? I think it was
wide
like
receivers running out of bounds and drop cost 600 yards. Well, there are 2 bombs, right, that he definitely had called back. One, Reagor goes out of bounds. One, Devontae Smith goes out of bounds. Although I thought the Devontae Smith got pushed. I thought that was a penalty. But, but those got called back. I think there was at least 2 Goddard touchdowns I could think of got called back. So he probably had a good 7 to 10 touchdowns called back, probably.
Boston Scott, I think, too, was called back as well. I forgot what game that was.
All right, so here's one thing I want to ask you, because we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but it kind of came out earlier a week. Carson Wentz versus Howie Roseman. Apparently, for those that don't know this story, there was a tweet that came out, and it was supposedly, and I can't confirm this, and for the record, I don't believe this happened, not to this extent. But a tweet comes out, and basically it's a friend of a friend talking about Carson Wentz, and they're talking about what happened, and Carson playing Seattle in the playoffs, he gets knocked out with a concussion by Jadeveon Clowney. He goes back to the locker room with the trainers, and he's throwing up. And Howie Roseman, Mr. 5'7", Napoleon, comes in and say, "Get your fucking ass out there and play. You never wear that jersey again." Carson's wife is crying and all this shit. The training staff is trying to fight him, and Howie's about to beat everybody's ass. And then basically Carson goes to Jeffrey Lurie, says he can't play with Howie Roseman anymore, and they wind up getting traded. Or actually, he tells Jeffrey Lurie he can't play with Howie still there. On draft night, Howie drafts Jalen Hurts and sends Carson Wentz a text of a happy face, a smiley face. That's all he sends, like a boss, dude. Like, that's gangster. Okay? And that was it. That was the end. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Yeah, so I read the whole thing. We both did videos on it, but I have to say, like, it was so funny. Like, you have to read stuff like this. I felt like I was watching in my head. I was picturing this whole situation. I felt like I was watching Jerry Springer on like an NFL episode or something like that. And it was just. I think a lot of it's out of context, and it was funny. But at the same time, I feel like maybe there's something there that I think maybe getting the concussion, throwing up in the locker room, Howie Roseman, the trainers interfering with what's going on, and maybe there was some type of talk between Carson and Howie, and maybe the relationship didn't go well, and and then there was reports he wanted to stay here, and it was because of Howie, and this was his way out when he was getting traded, and I feel like there's some things out of context, but I probably could there's probably one thing I could say is that maybe they wanted him to stay in that game. Maybe they were mad that he went out. I mean, I don't know what he looked like or how he felt. Even if he got a concussion, I mean, he didn't really force his way back onto the field, so I'm not really sure. But I think maybe they want him to play in that game. Maybe they try to force him to play. I don't know.
How the hell could I even I'm trying to think how I could bring that whole comment in. Because I have the whole thing.
Just go to overlay. Add overlay.
It won't come in. It won't come up. It won't let me click on it. I'll go into overlay, and it just will not. It will not let me bring it in.
Can you put it on like a screen and just share the screen? You can do that too. Quick, you can share it on the screen.
How the hell do I do that?
You just go to share at the bottom. You click share, and then just go to share screen.
Okay.
Unless it's on a video file, just go to share screen, and that's it. And that's pretty much it. You just go click share screen, and you should be able to just click on.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can bring it up. Okay. So am I sharing?
Not right now. I think you got to click on it or something. I think you need to.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got it up, but I'm trying to see, dude. I don't want this shit.
When you click share screen, you should be able to go to like where it's up. It should have tabs, like it'll say
saying
what to share.
I have to give the computer permission or something. I'll do it later.
All right.
I'll just pull it up and read. So this is what was said in the chat, right? After the concussion, Howie was yelling at him and his wife in the locker room. She was crying. Training staff almost got into a fist fight with Howie. Howie's exact words were, quote, "If you don't get your fucking ass back out on the field, you'll never wear that jersey again." Quote. And Carson then met with Jeffrey and said, "I can't work with Howie anymore." Ertz did the same thing, so he couldn't work with Howie, and he eventually gets traded too. Jeff did nothing, and you saw the result of last year. Relationship was never going to be repaired. When Howie drafted Hurts, he sent Carson a text. It was a smiley face, and that was it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Here's why I don't believe it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys why I don't think this is real. Because when you're in concussion protocol, nobody can put you back in the game. It's completely squarely on the doctors. It's not how he can't do that. He doesn't have the power. I think it's bullshit, but it's hilarious. And to me, it's given me the idea to make a movie or a TV series. Like, I need people to help me write this, but I want to do a whole series based upon this whole thing. But then, like, you can have like these two guys are fighting, but then Carson hires the mafia to kill Howie, like, and have this whole thing going. That's what I want to make a movie about. I think it's a movie.
Yeah, I think it's just out of context, and I mean, there's definitely some stuff went on that. Oh yeah, you forgot the other thing too. That if before he got traded, that Howie Roseman, the front office, told Carson not to leak anything. Every Eagles leak that he put online, he would have been fined $1 million every time he leaked something. And that was a whole nother thing too.
That's right. Yeah. So Carson could never say anything. Kenzo says it's coming out because Carson cried to someone that knows his wife allegedly. Interesting. I mean, dude, I want to make a whole movie on it. Like I think you could have like a whole HBO TV series based on that moment. I think it's hysterical. Yeah, look. Jesse even says, sounds like a hell of a movie. I agree. Howie silently Will Smith's Carson. Your services are no longer needed in steps 1. AJ Brown, make 11 great again. I love it. I think it's a movie. Like anybody wants to help me write the script, let's do it. Let's write this mother humper. And I think Dan Sileo should be Howie Roseman and put big thick glasses on him with a pencil protector. I think it's perfect.
Well, they did tell Carson they were drafting a quarterback, or they were looking into getting a quarterback in that draft, weren't they?
I don't know.
I thought he already knew. I thought he knew.
I think they called him right before they took Hurts, but I don't think there was anything going into the draft. What they said, Howie said was, Carson, I'm going to get you help. So, yeah, and Dan Sileo would play Howie. Raphael says 500 shakes. Will Washington win too? I think we're going to split with Washington. And it's not because of Carson. It's just because we always seem like we split with Washington. James says, way too early wide receiver depth chart. 1, A.J. Brown. 2, Devontae Smith. 3, Quez, Pascal, Ward, Rager, Covey. Yeah, I think that's about right. But I think Rager's got to go because of the money he makes to be the 5th. I'll also say this. One early prediction. Devontae Smith has more catches and yards than A.J. Brown this year.
Catches and yards?
And yards. I love A.J. Brown. But I think with, not having to go with double teams and the best corner, I think Devontae Smith feasts. Dan Sileo's Howie would be hilarious. Yeah, I could totally see it with big, thick glasses and a pocket protector and then like a pair of binoculars around. Yes, it would be awesome. We've got to write this movie. It's going to be a 500 original series.
Oh, boy.
Philly 500, who's the number 3 receiver? Watkins? Watkins has got to be.
Yeah.
Watkins. Toby McGuire's Howie. Oh, my God. See, we have so many good ideas. We need to write this series and then, sell it to HBO. If Washington has a better record than the Eagles and Carson beats Jalen twice, do you think we will second-guess getting rid of Carson?
I will never.
I will. If Carson goes and throws 40 touchdowns, 35 touchdowns, takes Washington to the championship game, yeah, I will. I will.
What's past is past, in my opinion. That's just what it is. He plays great, then good for him. But at the same time, I'm not going to forget what happened. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm way over it now. But it's just maybe he's just happy somewhere else. Look, I'm not saying he had a good year last year with the Colts. He just choked at the end of the year. He had a pretty good year.
Oh, he choked big time. It was I mean, that was an epic choke. But there were times also where he played really good.
Oh,
and then he's up and down. I don't know what's up with him, dude. I don't think it'll ever come back and haunt us, but you don't know. But I do think we'll split. Because here's how I have the NFC East right now. I have the Eagles 1, Washington 2, Dallas 3, Giants 4. I think Washington's going to finish in second place.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to beat us once. I don't think we're sweeping our division. And I got to sweep in the Giants and the Cowboys. So I have to get a loss in there. Now the Giants we may split because the last game may not matter to us. That could happen too. Connor says, I saw a TikTok the other day said Quez Watkins is the most underrated receiver in the league, and I agree. He is very underrated. I mean, if you look at what Quez did last year on limited snaps, we talked about it in season, right? We were talking about Quez needs to play more. It was every week. Why is Quez not playing more? So, yeah.
More dangerous in the slot. I mean, he's more dangerous in the slot. It's the number 3 corner now.
Michael Rappaport can be Wentz. I want Wentz. Wentz goes to church and he's praying, and then there's a mafia guy sitting next to him, and he hands him some money to assassinate Howie Roseman. Dude, what you could do with this series, you know what I mean? And Wentz is in some cult, and you could have multiple wives, right? So he's got all these different, I'm having a lot of ideas about what to do. It's going to be a great
Steven
series.
Spielberg over here.
A Philly 500 series, yes. Real Eagle OG fans who remember some of the guys: Omar Gaithers, Mark Seminow, Reggie Brown, Reno Mahe, LJ Smith. What about Jeff Garcia last playoffs? Fraley and Stallworth. Yeah, Hank Fraley went to Gaithersburg High School. I finished my high school at a place called Watkins Mill. There was a rival high school. A lot of my friends are friends with Fraley. There used to be a bar where I used to go to, and he would be there. True story. Hank Fraley, I liked Hank Fraley. Wentz is an emotional train wreck with just like regular. He is. 500 should play the passer at the church. It'd be great. Like it could be like Big Love, the series. Remember the HBO series, like Big Love, Sopranos, Ballers, and something else like all combined. What you could do with this movie, you could even make it like Better Call Saul. Howie could be almost like a Saul Goodman. That's not going to Eagle sweep. I hope so. Mister, if he's mentally broken, I bet it was the building the statue to his back when it could have been. I think if Carson was mentally broken, I think it absolutely had to do with the drafting of Hurts. I think that's what cracked him.
Well, I think it's character too, because weren't like the owner of the Colts didn't want to have a meeting with him when he wanted one, and the players seemed to. There was rumors that the players didn't like the way he ran the team or kind of led the team. Maybe it was religious, or it was because of just I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Right.
But
Joe Higashi legit like kicks says 500. Tell me 500. You talk all these lofty wins. You're going to sweep the Giants, the Cowboys, etc. Okay, then you and Fat Boy Shakes take them in from the chat or. But who do you think is going to give? You want me to give myself a wedgie?
But what are we getting out of this?
I don't know. I can't remember.
What are we getting out of it? It goes both ways.
What does 500 stand for? 500 mediocre? Because when I created my channel, all the Philly teams were like always 500, and I would always say for years, it's Philly 500. We're always 500. We're never good enough, to win the whole thing, but we're never bad enough to draft the really good players. We're always in that middle ground. That's where that came from. Well before I ever started the channel. Stephen Ferguson, thank you for super chat. He says everyone is forgetting how bad Washington O-line is. They lose their best offensive line, man. Yeah, and let me tell you, that's a problem for Carson Wentz because he already holds the ball long enough. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think Howie should bang Miss Winston. You could even make this a horror. Like Howie dies at the end, then he comes back as like Jason. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the second one. There's so much we could do with this show. Just based off of that whole conversation. My mind's already spinning, guys. Like I'm already writing this thing. Like Carson's definitely gonna try to assassinate him. But we're gonna have to change his name, We'll call him Wentz Carson. That'll be his name. Mark says, I have what Philly is movie. He's gonna roll with this movie. Dude, I have so many ideas for movies. You don't know the stupidity that I think of on a daily basis. But this movie's legit, dude. This is a legit movie. Totally love both you guys. I want you all more than my movie. Thank you, Bernard.
Hey, bro.
Reese, what's going on?
Reese.
Yeah, we'll call him Wentz Carson and Rose Howie. That'll be the character's name. I mean, dude, we could do so much with this. This is great. 500 name for Jobu name. Phil, you need to bet naming rights with Marcos. That's not a bad idea. Warson Sense. Yeah. I'm telling you, this would be an HBO show. This could be like an HBO series, right? It starts out in the Seattle game in the bathroom, him thrown up. And then Carson, this holy guy who does nothing wrong, hires a mafia to go kill him. He hires Joey Merlino. He finds Joey Merlino.
Joey Merlino.
Yeah, this is great. And then he's going to have him assassinated. This is what we need. We need this.
So much potential.
Cryptologist, so much potential. I know. I need people to help me write this.
It'd be like the Sopranos. It would be like Sopranos Cleaver. It'll be like
it'll be like Sopranos. Yeah, the Sopranos, Better Call Saul, Big Love, Ballers, and I don't know what else. I'm all combined into one. Joe Higashi, just like Kick says, 500 bro. If they make it past second round, you each will get a bottle of booze under $50 bucks. But if you lose wedgies on live, do it yourself or have a friend do it. We don't care. I'll let Joey. Joey has to accept that bet before I accept it.
I'm waiting.
Who plays Clowney? We should hire Clowney to play Clowney. I love it. This is a genius idea. And somebody like in a year is going to watch this, and then me and you in 2 years are going to be doing Shakedown Pie. Did you see that new series that just came out? And they're going to win awards and all this stuff, and it could have been us. You know, I think Dan Snyder knows he's going to lose his team, so Dan Snyder could even be in it. That guy's got a ton of crap going on, right? Think Dan Snyder's going to lose his team, so he hired Carson. Wants to mess it up because he could have got Baker Mayfield. Who's better than Carson? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to. I don't know what's going to happen to Baker Mayfield. I'll think about it. Remember, Joey, you said about Wentz's wife seems like she has a control. Laugh out loud. Mary, maybe his wife could. I totally believe his wife has control on him. I definitely believe. Do you? That. Why? Yeah. Why do you think that? I think I know she wanted. I think when the Colts, when there were some type of like rumors about the Colts, she said I think she started favoring him in some of his decisions. I don't know. And I'm sorry, this stream went totally off the rails. We're talking about the movie. T. Patrick, 500 shakes. Do you still think we need a safety, or do we rock with the guys we have? See with the young guys. Well, I'm okay. Like I feel okay if we don't do anything at safety, because I thought getting another corner was more important. So I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, but I won't complain if they do. You know. Yeah. Same here. We can call them. We can cut you too, and Will Smith can have a famous line in the movie. Keep my weight. Yeah. Well, if we could get. We gotta get Quentin Tarantino to do the movie. It's a TV show. I'm telling you, this thing would be the best show on HBO. It would be the best show on HBO. What we could do with it, you know. Remember when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and we signed the construction guy to play tight end because Chad Lewis got hurt? He used to be there. Who was that guy? I remember. They had L.J. Smith was backup, right? Yeah. I forget. Man, we could do so much with this movie. Green Acre, thank you for Super Chat. Says, good morning from sunny Sydney. You guys do a great job. Who's your picks to make the team from free agent rookies? Oh, I thought the running back Brooks. Was it Kenneth Brooks? I said him, or Kennedy Brooks. Is it Kennedy Brooks? Kennedy Brooks. Kennedy Brooks. I think the running back. Would you say again, Joey? Britton Covey, the wide receiver from Utah. I hope he can make it. Because if he makes it, if he can make it, then you're talking. They got two. They got Allen and they got Britton Covey. Got both punt return and kick return specialists. And with Rager, we don't know what's going to happen. But I mean, he might not have any room to even play special teams now. So yeah, we'll see. Jeffrey Lurie's main business is in filming. That's true. He could do it. Could we get him to do it? We may lose the NFL licensing though. I want the NFL licensing in this thing. We'll have to make a fake name, the Philadelphia Cheesesteaks, because you can't use the real football team names. Oh, man, this thing has so much potential. This could be – and like I said, Dan Sileo as Howie Roseman with thick glasses and a pocket protector. Man. And Carson's like the guy that never curses. Is always at church. He's done everything right. And then he's like hiring mobsters to kill this man. You know what I mean? I want him legless. How about Paul Rudd as Carson Wentz? If plays Howie's wife, no, that'd be too much. That's horrible. Howie does it. Roseman is the man. I think he was trying to read the Bible quotes to get Carson back in the playoff. I don't know what he was doing. Man, but there's just so much potential for this movie. Somebody needs to step up. I need a writer at the we need to make this movie. Yo, Philly, what will the opening line be for the series? Get your fucking ass back in the field. That's how it'll start. It'll be black, fade in, little guy looks like Napoleon. It'll be Dan Cilio with glasses and pocket protector, and that's the first line. And then you have to do the flashback, like leading up to it, and then you go forward with the series. So it'll be like, that's how it opens, and then it'll say like 20 minutes ago. And then, you go into the whole thing. It has to be. Hey, Joey, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Young Money. Where's Easy Money at?
He's gone.
Carson will probably be in charge of Eddie Brock and Spider-Man. Dude, this movie has so much potential. Pay or trade for Clowney was my point, bud. How are you guys going to do it to get Clowney? Oh, well, I was talking about for the movie.
Yeah, he's already signed now.
He's already signed with the Browns. This show has to happen. It starts off when one of those Super Bowl, Carson goes home mad as hell. Wife said, yeah, we could do so much with it. We could even do prequels. Like, let's just get this series out. This series has to come out. Anybody from HBO, do you hear this? AMC, you hear me? If the Eagles win the Super Bowl and Rager has a touchdown in the game, you got to call him Rager and get his jersey. But fair enough. If Rager catches a touchdown in a Super Bowl with the Eagles, I'll get his jersey. Unless he drops the ball later in the game. Philly 500 Shakes can play the hitman for Howie, take out Carson, not kill him, just beat him up. Yeah, this is going to be great. There's just so much we can do with this. I wouldn't have, if I had somebody playing Nick Foles, it has to be the dude who played, what's his face? Napoleon Dynamite. Right? He's Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Carson did so the passer makes deal. I mean, this is awesome. This has got to happen. John Heder can play. Yeah, that's who it is, right? At the end of every episode, Carson can quit on the current team, kind of like how Kenny did. Oh man, this is great, dude. You see that we got this. This is going to be. I'm telling you, in 2 years, this is going to be a series. This will be a series.
Netflix, somebody picked this up.
Somebody will do this, and we'll be going, oh my God, they took our idea from that show. I'm going to have to call this episode, I don't know, we'll have to figure it, Carson versus Howie. The name of the series would be A Miracle on Broad Street and Wentz get his tongue stuck on a frozen football. That's the Christmas special. That comes out. That's the Christmas special.
Oh my God, I can't.
Ranning, what's up, man? He says, now this makes sense. Wentz wife boss him around. Wentz should be a robot. Wentz wife press a button. Number 1 to tell Carson to be a malcontent to organization. Press number 2 to talk to the Philly media. There you go. Actually, I think RPF should be one of those they're trying to hurt. One of the hitmen. And he's making videos. He's beating the crap out of his refrigerator and all this stuff. And he's going after Howie's ass. This movie is one of the greatest series ever. George Burwell, thank you for super chat, man. He was, what's going on, Philly and Joey? Damn, I'm late.
George.
Man. We're just having a little fun, man. It's just having some fun tonight. I'm going to get so many people going, why are you hating on Carson, man? Why? I'm like, no, come on. I don't believe in any of that.
Even making these videos, like I got some heat for it. Like it was funny to listen to it, but at the same time, like I usually say take this with a grain of salt. Like this is probably not true, but I got to read this because it's hilarious. But then people are saying that, well, this is making us look bad and blah blah blah. So I get it. But
I just thought to myself, this is so ridiculous, but it's so funny. And then I'm like, this could be a TV show. Like I could write a whole script of a TV show based on just that tweet alone. Because of how he told that baby to get his back ass on the field. That's what he said. Amber Heard could play Wentz's wife. She takes a dump on Howie's.
Oh my
God. Dude, she is it. Danny DeVito plays Darren Sproles. Yeah, he was old at that point. I'm the enforcer of Eagles YouTube 5. What you said that years ago. Crazy RPF or Sleepy Hot. Yep, exactly. Sigourney Weaver as wife. Man, see, look, man, everybody's all about this movie. These guys love this movie. Carson has his towel ripped off in a locker room, revealing lady parts. Oh, man. 500, long time ago, you said AE NHL game stole your idea. Yeah, that's true. I don't care if they hear it, too, because I have the document. I sent an idea to EA Sports long ago. It was for NHL. This is a true story. I sent them an idea to start a hockey league where you create your own player. And I had a whole bunch of other things there, right? So I sent this thing out. It's like a whole document. And they send me a letter saying, we can't look at this. We really kind of looked at one, but we need you to sign a form because we want to investigate this more. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I signed it. I sent it back. Next, maybe 3 weeks to a month later, they're talking about my idea. They're saying they're going to create this idea, put it in the thing. About a month after that, I get a thing from the main place in Hollywood, from the top of the office, saying, sorry, we can't look at your idea. We're not going to do it. After I already signed a release form saying that they could. And then they did the idea anyways. So the lesson, do not ever tell them everything.
No.
Do not give it all away. Because there's nothing I could do about it. And that's a true story. I have all the paperwork too still. I just got to find it. I legit work out here in Hollywood. I've seen worse ideas give funding. I mean, Sharknado. Yeah, if they can make Sharknado, which was got to be the dumbest movie ever, or The Last Jedi.
There's like 10 of them, of those Sharknado movies.
Then we can do this movie. We can do this. This could work. You know, if you make a movie, you got to bring the cash from It's Sunny and Phil. Yeah, they'll definitely be in it, dude. They'll definitely be in it. I'm disappointed. What are you disappointed in, my man? Let me know. What are you disappointed in? Did you see the soccer player woman try out for kicker? No, I didn't see it. Sharknado was horrible. I'm be honest. I watched 10 minutes of it, and I was like, I can't watch this. This is the stupidest thing I've literally ever seen. I never watched another one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I lost that, dude. There's not. It was like they didn't do my full idea, because if they did, they could have made a ton of revenue. But they literally. Because I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling my wife. I'm going, dude. Read this article. They're doing my idea after I sent the release form back, and then I didn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden, I get this letter saying EA Sports in Canada is where they did the hockey. So I sent all that stuff with those people. All my stuff came back from California, from Los Angeles. And they're like, we're not looking at this. And I'm like, but you're doing the idea. True story. That's why to this day, I still don't play NHL because of that. It just gets on my nerves. I would like to see Landon Collins as a rotational safety. I don't want Landon Collins. I think Landon Collins is just not a good. He's just not a good. He's not good in pass coverage. He's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Can Xavier Rhodes play safety? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Sure.
I would think probably not how they would go. Andy Weddle let me try a Super Bowl ring at Hard Rock AC. 100% good dude. That is awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome. He's in Pittsburgh now. Early prediction cuts. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any the only cut that I think that people are going to maybe shocked of is, and maybe not, is the Rager. I think Rager is going to get cut.
I believe it.
Hire me as your lawyer, Philly. I should. I mean, that's a long time ago. We're talking I don't know. The first year the NHL had the EASHL is what they called it. I don't know, but they stole my damn idea. Skidmarks, thank you for the super chat. And I don't care if they see it because I got all the paperwork. I got the receipt. Skidmarks, thank you for the super chat. Says it would have been nice to see Carson sitting at the BJ table in AC talking about Howie, about the Howie hit with Ray Liotta. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Yeah, definitely.
It would have, dude. This is the series we've got to do. Phil, you ready for Dallas to spank the ass again? Yes. And shout out to the memory, whoever remembered that story too with the EA. And you guys remember stuff I forgot I even talked about. That was like a long time ago. You know, Skid Marks, my man. I love the thumbnail. Thank you again, man, for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Let's see here. Hire the lawyer Denzel play from the movie Philadelphia. There you go. Philly, do we still have Jordan Howard?
No, no more. No.
He's a free agent. He's a free agent, technically. So we're an hour and 10 minutes in. I mean, is there anything else, Joe, you want to say, man? We still got 347 people in the chat. Some of them probably didn't like our series idea for HBO, but that's okay. But if you guys haven't, make sure you sub up and then hit the link in the description to go sub up Joey Shakes, the better half, the good half of the Philly Shakedown podcast.
Nothing, man. Just looking for that June 1st date, post June 1st, see what other I just see a lot of depth moves coming, I guess, just to tinker with the roster a little bit, you know, and really other than that, if there's anything going to be a splash, I think they wait a little bit longer, see what they have at, you know, OTAs, training camp, you know, get through some of this competition. So and see if they move some guys around. So I think that's really in the process we're in now.
Yeah. Jesse says Philly 500 goes Hollywood, huh? And Shake stays put. Will you be a Rams fan? This track? No, I would never be a Rams fan. Matter of fact, I would do a Dallas Cowboys TV series too, but they already got it. It's called Cops. We watch it every week, right? When they're all getting arrested. So we can't do that one. It's already taken. How long till the Bengals have to sign Bates? Well, they put the franchise tag. Bates has to sign the tag. So they tagged him. The contract's there. He's got to sign it. They're saying he's not signing it. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, Ethan says, 500 Joey, I got a story about my dad. He used to be a bartender at a country club, and the Eagles had an event there, and he bartended for all the players at the time. Lori just bought the team at the time. Oh, I got to hear that story. Yeah, send me the story. I want to hear it. Have a happy Memorial Day, guys. You too, Michael, man. Shout out
everybody.
To you.
Definitely. Enjoy with your families and stuff.
Yeah. You got anything planned for this tomorrow, channel wise?
Live stream, maybe a video or two. I don't know. Maybe a vid. I think a live stream, but I think one vid is already going to be coming out in the channel membership tomorrow. So it's pretty much it. Yeah.
I may or may not have a video. It just depends. I do have one I filmed, but I haven't edited it yet. I got to finish editing a bunch of channel membership stuff. I may or may not have something out. I may have a live stream. It just depends. You know, I'm sleeping in tomorrow. I'm gonna be up late tonight. And I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Everybody's gonna get monkeypox. Ain't gonna be. Oh, I'm not scared of monkey. I'm done. I'm done with it. I ain't scared of it. That's a lot harder to catch, by the way, than what you call it. I predict that monkeypox does not turn into anything big. They'll try to make a big deal. Nobody will buy it. Do you think Wentz was sleeping around with Clowney? No, I don't. KJ Smith, Mr. Nick Gary says, how much do you hate the Cowboys? Oh, I hate the Cowboys are my top 3 most hated team in professional sports. One of my top 3. My top 3 most hated professional sports teams are, and in no order because it changes, Cowboys, Giants, and the Boston Celtics. Those are the 3 teams.
But you hate the fans more than the team itself.
Of what?
Of the Cowboys. You hate the fans more than the team? I hate them
all. I hate them. I hate the team. I hate that star. I think it's satanic. I just hate him. I hate the TV show Dallas. I hate that JFK went to Dallas. I hate it. Although I drove through it. It's a very nice city, though. Philly Dilly says, we definitely come for the meat, son. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do yourself a favor and check out. Yeah, I'm three episodes into Stranger Things. I'm gonna watch probably at least one episode tonight. I'm trying to stretch them out because then you gotta wait until like July. You know? Philly fan, Mark Holmes is doing a great thing for a guy who has cancer. Maybe start something on your channel to donate. Yeah, well, let me know about it. I mean, I'm not sure what he's doing. That's the first I've heard of it. But I mean, if I could help somebody, I would love to. You know. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. Best season since. Yeah, you know what? I agree. I think this season so far is awesome. You know. I'm 6 into the first season now. Oh, 6. 6 was good. Where's Wallace, String? Yeah, that's right. Where's Wallace? Great movie. Great TV show. One of my top 3 favorite TV shows. Where's like top whatever today? Top 3 favorite TV shows of all time. Breaking Bad, Sopranos, and then I'll say at 3 tied, Wire and Better Call Saul.
There you go.
Quay says the Dallas Star isn't a logo; it's a rating. That's true. That's true. Better Call Saul is on AMC, but you can watch him on Netflix. They got like all the season. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. I know this was not a normal Shakedown podcast, but it just went where it went, and that's what we do. We don't really script it. We just go with the flow.
That's it.
Hopefully we'll get a Hollywood producer. Somebody will reach out, some writers, and we can make this show. And this will be our series. A Philly Shakedown series. Every time, right under the HBO, a Philly Shakedown series. Carson he's gonna pay the mob. I'm telling you, it's a perfect thing. And then Howie's gonna try to get his people, and it's gonna be crazy. All right, guys. But anything else you want to say before we head out?
That's it, man.
Right,
I'm ready. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the super chats and everything, man. And we had way more people than I thought.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Yeah. And make sure to like, subscribe on the way out, and click the link in the description. Go sub up JoeyShakes. We'll be on his channel next week. And yeah, it should be fun. With that said, we're gonna let Mark Holmes and his son take us out. Peace.
Now time for one more play.
The officials are back.
We had one
Yo,
more.
you gotta be motherfucking
You
kidding
got
me.
to kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What
a.
are you doing?
To get off the field on 3rd down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right. Tell him more. He's gotta be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more
He
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us.
This is just
The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed
it is,
us.
man.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way.
We had one.